Oh no, cover. Yes, don't
And the keeper's coming to do a talk now.
Okay. Welcome to Be Wildlife Park. My name's Reese. It's going to be my pleasure to introduce you to our red pandas. And in the next couple of minutes, one of our speakers will be heading in as well, putting a load of fresh food out for them, so they should slowly start to wake up and down from the trees and have a little bit of a meal from us. And then our red pandas have got some very noisy neighbours behind me here, our group of short-clawed otters who are eagerly awaiting their final feed of the day, which will be to them in a minute as well. So here at the park we are home to two red pandas. They are called Isha and Raya, and they are twin sisters. They've been with us for just over a year or so now. They did come to us from Paynton Zoo down in Devon, which is where they were originally born, and where they spent their whole life up until they moved to us last year. In terms of identifying the girls, we tell them apart by a few differences in their facial colourings. So Raya has a lot more lighter and white coloured fur in her face, and Isha's a lot darker, a lot redder in her face as well. They are more of a crepuscular-based species, which just typically mean they are more active during dawn and dusk periods. This time of the day now is when we do slowly start to see them waking up again, and they'll probably be quite high energy and quite active for the last couple of hours of the day while we've got a bit of daylight. And it normally means they are normally very happy to see some fresh feed at this time. So it looks like it's Raya that's just waking up at the minute in the top of this tree, or in the middle of this tree should I say. She's just starting to groom herself, which is a good sign that she's starting to wake up. They do camouflage really well in the trees at the best of times. They can be quite difficult to actually spot. And that the kind of the coat that they have got is two-toned, so it's really dark on the underside, so it blends really well with the silhouettes of the trees. And then especially this time of the year, that top coat on their backs is really ginger, really red, so they blend in really well if you're looking above and down. Now, in terms of what they do consume as their main baseline of their diet, it's 90% based around bamboo. Bamboo has a number of different pros and cons as a main feed source for the species. The pros being it is green all year round, so they have constant access to it wherever they are, if they stay around the areas where there's lots of thick mangroves of bamboo. The downside to it, it's not the most nutrient dense of feed, so they do actually need to eat quite a lot of it to actually get any kind of nutrition from it. It is thought that a red panda needs to consume at least 200 leaves a day just to maintain their body weight. And that's, like I say, 90% of their diet that's in the wild and here in captivity. There is that additional 10% where they may go to other feed sources. Sometimes this can be in the form of other trees and leaves, a little bit of vegetation, maybe even taking some eggs from wild birds' nests and stuff. And then here at the park we supplement some vegetation into their feed as well, so their favourites do tend to be sweet potato and carrot, which is great for enrichment purposes and also a little bit of a training purpose as well. Now, despite being called a red panda, they are of no relation to the giant panda as well. So a giant panda is more closely related to the bear family. Red pandas, they are more closely related to the raccoon family. So they only really share a similar name, but nothing really in nature apart from the same kind of diet as well. Now, despite this mainly vegetation-based diet, a red panda can actually technically class as a carnivore as well. This is because they've got a similar digestive system to some big cats, and they've also got quite large canine teeth as well. A recent discovery in red pandas as recent as 5 years ago, actually discovered there are actually multiple species of red panda now. So when you go to see red pandas out in the wild, going into the Himalayas, Nepal, India, China, a recent discovery has found the ones that are in China are actually slightly different to the ones that are found across Nepal and India as well. And it is currently thought that the majority of the ones you see in the captive population are more based from the Chinese variant of the red panda as well. Unfortunately for the red panda as a species, they are currently vulnerably listed and becoming an endangered species now. There we go, she's waking up now, so I wonder if she's spotted the keeper with some food. So she's making her way across the tree, which means she'll shortly be down onto the feeding platforms, I imagine. So yeah, so unfortunately red pandas are an endangered species now. There are a number of different threats to them out in the wild. Quite a lot of this does revolve around habitat destruction, a little bit of poaching as well, and the illegal pet trade is becoming a big issue for the species. So here at the park we are committed to the conservation of the red pandas that you do see here. Both of them are part of their captive breeding programme. It does remain to be seen how active they will be in said breeding programme, and that is also something that is out of our hands. It's up to the people who run the breeding programme. They'll make sure they pair off correctly to get the best out of the genetics. For the time being, we are just super happy to have them here as a species. You can see she's made her way down to the floor now, which means she's super keen for some food this afternoon. So I'm going to end the talk there, guys. If anybody's got any questions about them whilst you're here, please don't hesitate to ask them. My name's Reese, and I'm going to feed the otters now as well. So any questions, feel free to ask away. Or
Here she comes.
Take your part and do the rest of the day. You're welcome.
Here she comes. There she comes. There she is. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Hello. Let the riff wrap in.
Oh, look.
So they all let people come.
They're both going together. There we go.
Please enjoy the see you. Walk around. Nice to see you all again. Yeah, see you soon. Take care.
Got red pandas in here, being fed. There's one just up on top of that tree branch. And she is. Oh, the other one's gone from the tree. Hello to you, Sakib. So I'm just at Peak Wildlife Park. So I've just been to see the red pandas. The new mongoose is here as well. And the polar bears. Got some really good close-up footage of the polar bears. So I've just got the otters just here. Just been fed. We've got about an hour left till the park closes, so I'm going to get over to the red squirrel area now and the giant rabbits and the wallabies because I want to get up there before the park closes. So I've got about an hour. So we'll head up there, go past the new mongoose enclosure again, and head up to the other side of the park. And we've got the deers out here. They're known as Sika deers, apparently, so that's what these are. Vietnamese deer. So there's one there, look, walking across. There's quite a few of them actually. And you can feed them here if you buy the food from the shop. So let's have a look. So yeah, they've got the trees back in the red panda enclosure. Okay. Is it deer? I'm gonna walk in that. There's a deer. Yes, it's starting to go dark. I'm going to try and get over to the other side of the park before 4 o'clock. So we're going to get there now. So please subscribe at Carlsmith25. And all the deers are just sitting there, look. So they're all there by the fence. I'm going to head up to the other side of the park and see these giant rabbits, red squirrels and the wallabies. Let's go.